Oh, hello. I think this is working now. I had to restart a new stream because the scheduled one wasn't working. So, Facebook, if you're listening, um, there's something to fix there. Um, anyway, hello everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Amanda Triplett, and I'm a fiber artist. And today I'm going to be doing a little demo on how to fix my face. So I know you guys are familiar with makeup, right? That's kind of typically how we fix our faces. And today we're going to use some different materials just in case, you ever run out. Although I will say this is going to involve needles near your skin. So I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm not responsible for any injuries that may happen by sewing things onto your face. Just, give me a heart if you agree. Anyway, so I've just been figuring we've all been looking at ourselves a whole lot more lately because of things like Zoom and FaceTime, and you're having a conversation with someone else, but there's this little box in the corner of your screen, like always reminding you of what you look like. So I'm sure I'm not the only one out there who's thinking about their face a little more than normal, right? So for me, when I'm looking at my little box, or, not making my mirror face, which we all make our best mirror face, like, I don't know, whatever your mirror face is. But you're just kind of dynamically talking, you see your face and you're like, wow, okay, I need to fix my face. For me, I noticed that I'm a little asymmetrical, got some uneven skin tone, there's a whole bunch of things that I'm like, oh, what do you know? So for this little demo, we're going to experiment with some new ways of fixing your face, or fixing my face, because it's my face we're going to fix today. Anyway, so for this demo, I'm going to use some tulle. Anybody know how to pronounce that word? Is it tulle? Is it tulle? I think it looks French. Comment in the comments if you know how to pronounce this stuff, or we can just call it netting. That works. I've got my trusty handy dandy pincushion. I like to use these dull needles. They look mean, but they're actually not super sharp, and they're thick, and they go through lots of fabric. It's probably overkill for this particular project, but I'm going to use it anyway. It's threaded. You can probably look up YouTube tutorials on how to thread needles. This is some nice Coats and Clark thread. Of course you need scissors. And I'm going to be using these pony beads. They make a nice little sound. Yeah. And I also have some pre-cut little lace bits. So these are going to be what I'm using to highlight and contour. That's a thing. So the first thing, oh yeah, and feel free to comment as much as you want if you have some questions or some ideas about what you want to see. Oh, also, I have a hair tie. This can be useful. So because my skin tone is orange, pinkish, whitish, I'm going to be first using the orange on my face. And I am going to kind of wrap my head up. And you can use a hair tie to kind of lock it in. And you can see if, depending on how tight you go, you're already fixing your face a little bit right there. But I'm going to just go a little loose because, I don't want it to be too tight. Got to think about comfort. And I'm just going to tie that up right there. Like, almost like beautiful hair. Right? Right there. Okay. I'm just tucking it in. Like that. Like so. And then I'm going to go with the pink. Because I have, again, orangey pinky white skin. And that is the official term for the shade. Again, just kind of wrapping it up. And you can either cut the tulle off in the back or leave it as beautiful hair. There you go. Like that. Then I'm going to take this white piece as this final layer. Now, the tricky part is I can't see you that well, but you'll see, I can see decently. You may not want to drive like this. Anyway, I'll give you a full-on closer up look at how this looks right here. I mean, I think you could probably wear this out to a costume party, maybe to prom. Oh, Paul, the short hair is great for this because you don't even, I pinned mine back to achieve a short hair look. So now I'm going to take my thread. So you'll notice I put some darker lipstick on so that way I can see my lips. And it gives me a bit of a guideline for when I'm sewing the beads on. This one's pre-threaded. I'm just going to go with it and put my needle through. Give it a little tug to make sure it's going to stay. And then you're just going to bead like so. These are, again, my pony beads. And you can really put this on anywhere you want on your face, but I'm gonna go with lips. I mean, if you wanted to have red cheeks or beaded cheeks, I like the pony beads because they work for any size of needle. If you use seed beads, you're gonna need a beading needle, and beading needles are they're really thin and sharp and probably more risk of injury. I like this because I can just, no, you don't want to actually sew on your lips. You're just sewing onto, that's a really good question, Paul. You're just sewing onto the netting that's on your face. This is kind of the canvas. It is the canvas. It is the canvas upon which you will sew. So you want to be really, yeah, we should talk about safety a bit, because you don't really want to sew through your lips, your actual lips. You're creating a barrier. We've got a lot of barriers going on right now with this current situation. This is just one that you can sew a smile to. You can enhance your features. You can even just like kind of scrap something new on. See, I just poked myself a little bit. I did not penetrate my skin, but it is a possibility. So I just want you guys to know what you're actually getting into with this. So I think for me, the lips have a lot of symbolism. It's like you think about talking, how do you express yourself, self-expression. There's a lot going on there. So giving them an extra beady glow up is kind of a spectacular thing to do. I mean, I think you could potentially do this with glue. You could glue beads to your lips. But the nice thing about this is I can do whatever I want behind the veil. And my lips are going to stay in place as long as the mesh is taut enough. So I would say you don't want to do anything with your eyes because nobody wants a needle in the eye. I don't. I'm going to leave those alone. It's not an area I feel is worth risking. So I think there's other more appropriate solution for your eyes. Maybe you guys have some ideas about that. Maybe you want to comment if you have an idea about how to safely adhere things to your eyes without risking the needle. So the cool thing about this that you're not going to find with other lip enhancements is it has a really nice sound. And you can really get a level of dimensionality you can't get with other plumping methods. So I think this has got legs, guys. Beaded lips. Out of everything that I'm going to show you today, I think this is the real winner. Okay, I am going to leave my lips alone. I'm going to tie this off. Now this is a tricky thing because it's really easy for the pony beads to get dislodged and start falling off your mouth. And we don't want that. We don't want to pollute with our lips. It seems like a really bad idea, is polluting with your lips, leaving behind plastic lip pieces. All right, see, that's an effect. That's something. Look at that. And if you leave the string attached, you can even animate it. Maybe almost like a Muppet or some kind of puppet. If you want to. I'm just going to cut mine off. There we go. It's got some real texture. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I cut out these lace pieces. And one thing I've noticed about myself is I have a pretty pointy chin. So I was thinking, I know there's some things in makeup where you highlight and you don't highlight. You kind of diminish. So I was gonna put that piece of lace right under my lips. So kind of, and for this I'm using some pins. The pins can hold them in place until you're ready to stitch, or if you're feeling brave, you can just kind of wear it out like this with the pins in there. I will warn you that pins can get a little dislodged, whereas if you actually sew it on, it's going to give you more security for your look, like if you have a long day. All right. Next, I have these white pieces right here, and I was thinking maybe I could do a little cheek enhancement, a little highlighter, so to speak. So I'm going to take, and again, I'm going to take my pen and just kind of attach that like so. And on the other side, I'm going to do another one. Yeah, just to even it out. Because we're talking, like, how do you can adjust it. This one's looking a little, there we go. How about that? Let me know if you think I should move them around a bit. You can tell me a little up, a little down, a little right, a little left. Okay, so we're looking like that. And then I also have some of these red pieces here. I did cut some out. I don't know. That's a little bit of maybe a blender. I know beauty blenders are kind of a thing. Maybe I can blend this out like this and put a little needle right there. Okay. And I'm cutting another piece of that red piece. I have to say this isn't, like, your sight isn't great with this, so I wouldn't drive, again, safety, I wouldn't drive like this. Even though you're looking fabulous, you might crash your car because visibility is impaired. One thing we could do, if you guys are interested, I could poke some holes in there, but again, I don't want to endanger my eyes, nor would I want you to do that. So now I'm going to fix this needle up. I'm going to take this needle, thread it. I'm going to do some stitching. Just kind of start on one side. This is the really tricky part. Again, you are not sewing it to your actual skin, or I am not sewing it to my actual skin. And I feel like the more I do this, the more this is like a don't try this at home, kids, kind of thing. I worry for you. I worry for your safety. All of you. All of you people out there. So I'm just kind of stitching this across. Oop! I got my lip stuck. I'm gonna leave that dangle there. I like that dangle. And so, and just like across like that, making sure that I'm just catching the lace and not my skin. Yeah, right through there. Coming around. You want to get all the floppy bits. You can take the pin out, see if it's in a good spot there. Actually, I'm going to do a little more red on this side because I'm noticing I like the way that other side is blending up a little bit more. So I'm just going to take that and trim it off. Gotta find my, oh, yep, there it is. This is a little disconcerting because it is that non-mirrored view. So if you pardon my weird reach. What's going on? I'm getting a little texture in there. I think texture can be good. Can be a way to obfuscate any blemishes. Because, you know, you're creating interest too. I mean, you're creating a lot of interest with this look. I mean, people are going to, you know, they're going to do double takes. They're going to be like, what's that? I don't know. Is it a person? Maybe. Yeah, I have a couple more lace pieces. I was thinking about maybe, the nice thing about all these is you can really layer them because it's all like netting, and like you're starting with your face, so your face is the base, your face is the base, and then you add lace. Oh boy. Never mind. So then you've got this. I'm just gonna stitch this last little bit over here. I think this is going a little longer than I anticipated, but you guys are being so patient with me. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Just stitching through these last little bits here. Again, I'm getting a little bit of a beard effect. I don't think that's the kind of distraction I want from my blemishes. I want this to be as smooth as possible. Just like a little bit of delicate lace on the face. Oh, there's that rhyme again. Sorry, you guys. Super cheesy. Lace on the face. Alright. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think the only thing that I'm missing right now, and again, like, please let me know if you're thinking something on my forehead. I only have a little bit of this orange. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I have two. Perfect. So I think with this, I think originally I was thinking about these for my cheeks, but I like the kind of inverse white thing. The cheeks. Alright. There's that. Okay. I don't know. Maybe this goes center, back. Well, you can play around with it. Maybe just the one. And this one I'm going to leave pinned. Just pin it in the middle, like so. Ow. That one on my scalp a little bit. No blood though. Alright. So I'm feeling pretty good about this look. Let me know what you think in the comments. You know, it may be something that you want to learn about more, you want to experiment with. Please, if you decide to do this, please be as cautious as possible. Yeah, thanks for tuning in today, guys. I appreciate it.